The more I realize how far I've come, the more I realize my journey's just begun. See, I'm still catching up to my peers. I'm just now getting over my fears, and yet they've been doing this poetry thing for years. So for me, it's like I'm just getting started. But I wanted to take you back to how all this was fathered. For months, people have had the option of watching and listening. Those that have chose to impose on my prose have been able to watch my growth and transition, but I didn't mean to ignore you. It's just my emotions have been bottled, and I wasn't ready for the corkscrew until now. So how did all this start for me? Well, for me, it started when you told me I couldn't do it. You and a whole slew of other people came at me with hate every day. Told me I wouldn't be doing it, that I wouldn't go through with it, and every day that went by I got used to it. Started pursuing it harder. So if there's anything you feel you need to say right now, don't even bother now. I don't want you to be confusing this as a hate piece, but you have to understand, lately, I'm not satisfied with just being all right or good. I want to be great. But I don't want people's first time saying I was great to be at my wake. So isn't it just the same that much is to be gained by chasing my fate instead of laying in wait? I said, isn't it just the same that I spend all my time doing what I love doing all the time? And since life doesn't give you a second time around and rewind, you'll surely find that my time to grind is now. And since I live a lonely life, it's only right that when I'm at home at night, I spend my time trying to hone what I write. I wear my ambition to make a difference like cologne. So it doesn't matter to me if you don't like the smell of my poetic pheromones. And yeah, you may hate the smell of what I expel, but this is my cure for having to endure life's hell. See, like those Bible inspiration statements, this is my daily devotion. Till it's perfected, this is my profession. And the only task that I'm asking is that my passion and work ethic get respected. This is just the life you abide to when you're committed to making a difference and begin spitting what's inside you. This is my labor of love. See, never so much as a canvas did I get handed or any brushes. So I made some adjustments, created my own template and colors, and got to painting images from my mental about what I've been through. And any individuals that were hating, I erased them, plain and simple. In my brain, I got my visual pictures arranged. Then I drew off my own inspiration, ambition, and pain. And with that direction to follow, I wallow in the belief that believing in yourself is first. That these are the works, without first receiving any wealth from the perks to help with net worth. For now I understand I need to network. I know when I reach my goal of becoming successful, that's when I'll get reimbursed. See, in order to really be heard and not just listened to as my vision grew, the more I became focused, I noticed I needed to make myself into a poetry nerd. So I took a vacation for a couple of months. So what? I needed a break for finding me. But see, behind the scenes, it's obvious I took time out to put the time in. Because when talent doesn't work hard, you'll find in your findings that the statement hard work beats talent is just synonymous with grinding. See, they say do something you love doing, and you never work a day in your life. So this is my labor of love. Welcome to a day in the life. This is just the life you abide to when you're committed to making a difference and begin spitting what's inside you. This is my labor of love. Often I sit off in the days and I write. Zone out and just gaze in the light, days and the nights, thinking about who else I can enlighten with my writing. I'm in bed by like 4 or 5, up again by like 9. You think I had a child? I work 9 to 10 hours, come home, work out for a while. Then I hit the shower, then it's back to writing until I get sleepy, and this cycle repeats weekly in order to complete the poems that you hear and receive. So let me make this clear before I leave. When they said keep it up, I never thought it would actually mean not sleeping enough. See, I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want my window of opportunity to close, so I sip on a little something so I don't doze. It's what I've chose to keep my rhyming prose when my mind has froze, because on some nights, I'm not going to bed until I see some night. Some nights, I barely get to sleep because of the grind in me. So this little drink that I keep has on the side the number 5 that matches the number of hours of sleep that I get on average. And I'm not saying sleep doesn't matter at night. It's just, to me, right now it's a necessary sacrifice. So this cycle is on a hasten rotation until the week ends. And I'll catch up on it by sleeping in and resting on the weekends. That's my thinking. I mean, literally running myself ragged, awakening the next morning dragging. And at first it's hard to accept it. But if it makes you successful, you're regretful if you don't expect it, this type of work ethic. See, after you reach a certain zenith and you get people believing and acknowledging you, showing actions and actually backing their statements with follow-throughs, you know you'll be regretful and angry if you let it go and get lazy. You have no choice but to rinse and repeat and believing that these are the works without first receiving the perks. I know this is emotionally draining for me. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to myself like a camera's following, but you have to understand what I'm gaining and being handed is a following. See, I don't want to look back at the poetry game seen as a lame, saying I could have played. I'd rather someone say that no matter the score, I never quit, forfeited, or complained, and I became an author through and of my own pain. So you can hate me for all I care and give me stares and glares and finger pointing from over there. And as a person, yeah, I don't really like it when people don't like me. But with my talent and with my writing, that thought process is highly less than likely, because with my writing, I don't care if you don't like me or prey on any bad karma just to spite me. The only task that I'm asking is that my passion and work ethic get respected. The only thing I ask from you people is when it comes to my writing, you treat me as equal, because it's what saved me. Because if I didn't do it with the talent that I have, that God gave me, the nerve of me. So my challenge now is to approach my writing's resurgence with a sense of urgency, and all this that I've just said is just what works for me. This is just the life you abide to when you're committed to making a difference and begin spitting what's inside you. They say do something you love doing and you never work a day in your life. So this is my labor of love. Welcome to a day in the life.